Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Octo Plays Dark Souls 3. I know this is really late, but I've been getting requests by a lot of my friends to do a DS3 playthrough. I wanted to wait for a few patches, and I kind of just got lost in the ether of my brain. So let's go ahead and get started.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
All right. I know, just a little clarification here. I am playing on. Okay, what are we gonna be? Let's be Octavius. No, Octavian. Yeah, let's go Octavian. That's a Dark Soulsy name. Octavian. Whatever. So we're gonna go mature now. Knight's my favorite class in this game. I really wanted it to be Thief, but Thief's not very good. I haven't played all these classes. I haven't played Warrior or Assassin. But I think we're gonna go with what I originally picked the first time I played through the game. I don't think the Mercenary is the best starting class. In fact, I think he's in the lower tier or mid tier. But I haven't really played the entire game with nice fancy weapons. So I think I'm gonna use some curved swords. In here, you know, what do we want? If we want straight up damage right off the bat, and we don't think these weapons are going to be our weapons throughout the entire game, which I don't think. I think Fire Gem's the best way to go. Now, what do we want here? You know what? I think, actually, if I go into here, I can just load This is who I first went through the game as, and then this was my cleric. No, this is not my cleric. This is a separate character that I always play through with my buddy in co-op. This guy's name is Wamishi, not spelled how you think it would look. So, you know, I haven't ever played as a girl, so we can play as a girl. Nah, I'm a dude. Let's play with the dude. I like mature voice, physique, standard, body hair standard. We're gonna go. This is really, you know, actually, I think chest. I want it to be a little bit bigger. Not a ton. You know, this doesn't really matter. This doesn't matter at all. We're gonna be. The only thing that matters is skin color, because we are going to be wearing armor this entire game. But I think, I'm gonna change my 10 like this. I think we should go with something just horrible. I don't want too yellow. I'm liking this. I'm liking this neon green, actually. Oh, whoops. Because I don't want to be like Shrek. I don't want to be like an ogre. Because he's like a deeper green. This one is just like a sickly green. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. We, of course, have to change his hair. Hair is, you know, that's half the character in these games. So is that in face detail? Hair. Should we go with? I'm thinking maybe the mush. Let's go with the mushroom cut. No, you know what? Let's go with should just shave your head balding. And this can be what makes green pop out. It's red, right? So let's just go with bright red hair. Oh yeah. Dang it. Sorry. I think that looks good. And then beard, we obviously need a gentleman's beard. And this, of course, has to be red. By the way, I am not playing on PC Master Race. Just for ease of recording, I'm playing on an Xbox One right now. So, and then eyelash color, make this blue. Can we even tell? Not really. Okay, that's fine. I think that's good right there. I think that's who we're gonna go as. Let's finalize creation and let's get her going. This first episode's gonna be a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to make these things around 12 to 15 minutes, but it's gonna be pretty freeform. This first one's gonna be a little longer because cutscenes and, you know, tutorial area. No one really wants to see like one video that's just me making a character, even though it's just like skin and eyelash and hair color. This game has a really heavy importance on armor, more so than the other games in the Souls series, including Bloodborne and Demon Souls. Without one piece of armor, you lose a significant chunk of your damage reduction. So I think we'll more than likely be wearing full armor throughout the entire game, but you know, I might take the helmet off every now and then for some boss fights. But I don't know, this guy, I kind of like the look of him. You know, it's really mysterious. You see he has that one really deep green arm as he's coming at you. Or like, well, you see him from behind, he's got that really deep green arm. It's great. Okay, so, like I said, unfortunately not playing on PC Master Race. Now, the downsides of that is this game's 30 frames per second on console, which is a bummer. So I don't know. I said I wanted to let a few patches happen before. I don't really know. Okay, that's what that does. I don't really know what has been patched. I don't know if these swords are awful like they were when I first started the game. I guess we'll see, because we're going to get this Titanite scale up here. It's one-shotting these guys, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. We have a wooden shield. What does the wooden shield do? It's 57 reduction, so it's not good. At that point, I might as well just two-hand. So I'm thinking we're going to do fancy weapons all game. Whether that means curved swords or rapiers and estocks, I don't don't know. That'll be up to me later. Oh, jeez. Yeah, calm down there, Chan. So I was actually playing Dark Souls 1 the other day at my girlfriend's house. I forget how to fight you. And I forgot that, you know, in the older games you couldn't walk and Estus at the same time. And it broke my heart. How did we ever play without being able to walk and Estus? Estusing and walking, so essential. You know, I can live without the viscerals and whatnot, which would be right there, but there's no way I'm going to get there fast enough. I accidentally pushed the bumper there. Don't attack right away, please. You? I don't think we're going to be using any magic, but it's definitely possible. I don't want to take away the possibility. Will we get the visceral? Yeah. Nope. I'm just going to call the front critical hit, I'm just gonna call that a visceral attack. That's what it was in Bloodborne. And I think that sounds better than just, you know, like, oh, I hit him with a critical. The visceral attack. See if I can get it here. There, that's the visceral attack. You know, pull one out, get some extra damage. I might have killed him actually. Sure did. Titanite Scale. The Titanite Scale is basically this game's Twinkling Titanite, even though Twinkling Titanite I'm pretty sure also exists. It's you know, it's to upgrade boss weapons and stuff like that, and unique weapons. I don't think there's any petrified dragon bones, although I can't actually remember if there's any dragon weapons in the game. It's just the bone fist, not the dragon bone fist. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this. Gonna be all bosses. I'm not gonna hold any like weird restrictives on myself. I'm not gonna be like no summons or anything like that. I probably won't summon just because that's how I typically like to play Dark Souls. Dark Souls to me is a purely solo experience. I will co-op with my friends, but not on my first playthrough, and I try to never summon on my first playthrough. Now, did I summon my first time while playing this game? The very first time. Do I have a... What's that? Hey, other mercenary. What's that icon underneath my health? I don't know what that is. I don't think I summoned at any point during my first playthrough. If I did, I'm utterly disappointed in myself. And it's cool if you summon. It's whatever. I mean, the game was meant to be played that way. The design philosophy of the summons was such that you know, you get help when you need it. And you don't have to say thank you. You don't have to party up. You just kind of, people help you and then they leave, and that's a cool part of Dark Souls. I'm a huge fan of it. But yeah, I typically don't. That was bad. I typically don't summon my first time. I'm about 99% sure I didn't summon. If I summoned for anyone, it would have been... I can't even say his name because that's a spoiler, and I want this to be relatively spoiler-free, which is weird because this is like a post-launch, non-blind playthrough. But, you know, if you haven't played this game before, if you haven't 100% in this game, boss-wise, I would like for there to be some secrets. I think that's really cool. Now, after I clear out this area, I did get hit, and that's really because I was expecting him to miss with that spear. So I'm just going to go and rest again. I mean, we're so early that I don't think this tutorial area is going to kill us. But, again, I haven't played Dark Souls 3 in what feels like ages. I mean, it came out like, what, like two or 3 months ago at the time of this recording? So, I mean, realistically, I haven't played it in about probably a month, which is weird. For whatever reason, Dark Souls 3, even though the initial playthrough of Dark Souls 3 was amazing, and I love it, repeat playthroughs haven't been quite as good as other Souls games for me. And it's usually the opposite. Usually I play Souls game for the first time, and I'm like, wow, that was really good. But, you know, I can go without it. And then I play through it a second time, and I'm like, this is the greatest game on the planet. That's how it was with Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne. Bloodborne, initially, I wasn't even that big of a fan. after I beat it the first time, I was like, I don't really like a lot of these changes. It wasn't until I learned the nuances of the game that I even really appreciated... Oh, wow. I did not think that was going to hit me. I even appreciated Bloodborne. I am going to use a shield here. So, for whatever reason, it could be just player sophistication with me, but Dark Souls 3, the repeat playthroughs were a lot less special feeling. So, I'm hoping that the DLC switches that, because, I mean, the DLC of Bloodborne, the DLC of Dark Souls 1, and the DLC of Dark Souls 2 are the best parts of all those games. So, this is UX Gunder, by the way. So I'm really, really stoked for the DLC possibilities in this game. Just how the game is designed and everything. It's designed so tightly, and it's so good. Like, I still think this game is second best in the series. It's either second or first, but like as a base game, I think it's second. Jeez. Just in the base games of, like, and I count Bloodborne and Demon Souls in there as well. But yeah, I really think there you go, Udex. GG, buddy. Good fight. I do think this is second best just as the base game. Now, I'm really hoping DLC comes and just destroys my brain and makes it so cool. All the Rule of Cool stuff happens in the DLC. And, you know, that's when I get hit with just the utter, like, I can't stop playing this game. Like how I was with every other Souls game excluding Demon Souls. That's because I just came late to Demon Souls, so when I was done beating Demon Souls, I was like, great, back to Dark Souls 2. So I'm in the minority of what you think, what people think about the Dark Souls games. At least quality-wise. I mean, I share a lot of the opinions of, you know, the game. I love that the game's hard, and I love that there's something I very much appreciate about the challenge of the game, and that is a beautiful man. Should have changed the eyes. Oh, I should have made him blind or something. Just have the pure white eyes. There's definitely something about how Dark Souls is designed that I love so much. By the way, I guess I should run through this just in case this is your first time watching. This is an Estus Flask. This restores your health. This is an Ashen Estus Flask. This restores your FP, which is your blue bar up on the top left. That is, it stands for focus points, but it's essentially just magic. And the reason it's called focus points in FP instead of MP is because you can do weapon arts. And what weapon arts are is that if you're two-handing your weapon, you don't always have to be two-handing your weapon, but typically it's when you're two-handing your weapon. You can do a bonus move. So, like, this is when I'm two-handing my weapon, that's my normal attack. And then this is my strong attack. And then, because my weapon is a two-handed, it gets a special property when I two-hand it, which means I hold two of them. And that's my left bumper, L1. And then my L2 is my weapon art, which is this. And I can keep it going by doing L2 and then R2, R2, R2. And you can just keep it going. And that uses your FP, as you can see, up in the top left. And it's usually, like, that is just to interrupt people. Like, it's a lot of little hits. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but if they're winding up to hit you, you just go boom, boom, and it interrupts them. And then you can roll away. That it's not always how it works, but, it's how it's supposed to work, at least. I still think poise is broken in this game, unfortunately. Or it's working, quote-unquote, as intended, but we have no idea what it does. Which is fine. I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care that much. I actually am going to put my embers on here because I'm a crazy man. 3 to that. But the quality of the Dark Souls games, to me, they're all fantastic. Including Demon Souls and Bloodborne, obviously. Now, I'm going to tell you my list of favorites to non-favorite, and a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, and they're not going to like me, just based off my favorite one. I'm going to tell you how the list usually goes. The list usually goes, Dark Souls 1 is the best, then probably Dark Souls 3, or, or Bloodborne, and then Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls are just kind of there. Now, I'm of a different opinion. I think Dark Souls 2 is the best. And then I think Well, let me just get out of here. And then I think it's Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. And then very close third. Like, Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 are, like, all tied. But the reason I have Dark Souls 3 up there is because I don't know about the DLC yet. And I love Dark Souls 3. But again, you know what? I don't really need to kill Swordmaster. So I'm just going to get out of here. I will pick up the shield, because I think it actually does have a better... Does it have a better? It's 57, 55. It's actually worse, but it's better against magic. I think the potential for Dark Souls 3's DLC is way higher than Dark Souls 2. And the Old Hunters DLC, which is Bloodborne's DLC, it was so good there. I think Swordmaster just killed himself, actually. It's so good that, you know, it could stand on its own as a game. And for, because I think it was $20, you stand on its own as a $20 separate experience, and I would absolutely buy the Old Hunters. The Old Hunters is one of the best DLCs I've ever played in my life. So with you know, Miyazaki and Toriyama, the other guy, the guy that worked on Dark Souls 2, I can't remember his name. Tanimura? I'm just gonna call him Tanimura. If it's Toriyama, I'm sorry. One of them also makes Final Fantasy. Like one of those two, I think it's Toriyama, makes Final Fantasy 13, and then Tanimura makes Dark Souls. Whatever. I'm sorry in advance. I'm gonna get it wrong probably. Oh, I should listen to this. Sorry. Whoops. Let me just paraphrase. Hi, I'm Kindled One. I am Firekeeper. I love you, and you're great, and I'm gonna help you. You can level up here. I'm gonna help you throughout your journey. I'm basically the Maiden in Black, or the doll from Bloodborne, or the Emerald Herald. Okay, go kill things. That's pretty much what she says here. So I think I should get Dex. I think 18 is good for Dex, and I really think I need to pop Vigor up 15, and then this can go to 13. Sure. I want to get Vigor up right away, because I'm pretty rusty. I'm going to go ahead and use these. But yeah, I think Dark Souls 2 is the best, then Bloodborne probably, just because of the Old Hunters. Then Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 are tied just because I haven't seen Dark Souls 3's DLC. It could actually surpass Bloodborne. It could surpass... Dang it, I skipped it again. I'm so used to doing that. I'm sorry. This is Andre. He's from Dark Souls 1. He's cool. I'm going to lock my Estus, so I don't need any Ashen Estus. Yeah, I think Dark Souls 3, the potential for the DLC, could make it even better than Dark Souls 2. Because Dark Souls 2 DLC they're so good. But, oh, dang, okay. From there, so it's Dark Souls 2, then Bloodborne, then Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 3, and then obviously Demon Souls is left over. Now, again, I don't think... Sorry, I'm skipping all this. Okay, she's the Shrine Head main... She might be one of the old ladies from Dark Souls 2. That's a lore thing. I don't know if that's true. That's what I read on the internet. I'm just gonna sell some stuff. I'm gonna sell that and that, and that should be enough to level up one more time. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, any saying like, oh, this is the worst Souls game of all time, is still saying like, wow, this piece of gold is slightly smaller than this piece of gold. Like, all the Souls games are amazing. I'll talk to the rest of these guys in Firelink Shrine as needed. But first, we're going to the High Wall of Lothric, and that is going to be where we set off to go try to slay the Lords of Cinder and bring them back to their thrones. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it here for episode number 1. Let me know what you guys think, whether you... if you have any specific weapons you want me to use, if you want me to specifically summon for a certain fight, if you want me to completely respec into magic or whatever. I'll do whatever you guys want, because this is like my 4th playthrough. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And let this face haunt your dreams.